I trust that the words that I speak will land upon the ears, the minds, and the hearts of those who are in need of peace and stillness. There is so much out here that is transpiring, right? A lot of us are still trying to get ourselves out of survival mode. A lot of us are still trying to keep the balance of tending to all of the things and tending to stuff, right? But in this moment, in time, in whatever time it is that you are listening to this, I trust that you will find peace in being still. We're so wired to be in the rat race that we think an idle mind is being lazy. We start to think that something is wrong with us when the noise becomes to be silent. When in fact, there's nothing wrong with having an idle mind, having an idle schedule. And a lot of us are finally seeing the light at the end of the work tunnel, right? That it's okay to be still. It is okay to have peace. I am trusting that in the midst of it all, any and everything that you are experiencing, you are open to inviting more stillness into your life, inviting more peace into your life. The misconception of meditation is that you are to sit there in complete silence and not have any thoughts. But that is far from the truth. The purpose and the point of meditation is to be able to have a hold on what is coming in. Being able to acknowledge the thoughts that are coming up without spiraling, without going down a rabbit hole, but being able to sit in the midst of everything that is happening and still be at peace. The majority of us weren't taught that. And it is imperative that we are able to find those moments, create those moments. If you continuously wait on the time for that moment to come, you will never have the time to have that moment. So you have to stop asking for the space to be able to be at peace and create it. We are no longer asking for permission to have peace. You're creating it. Who else to do that? Who else can do that for you besides you? You are the author, the producer, the writer, the co-star, the main star. You are the everything in your book, your movie, your life. You write the story. You're telling the story. What is it that you are telling yourself? Peace is a non-negotiable. That is a divine birthright. And you are worthy of that peace. Peace for everyone is different. right? And peace could mean being able to have a moment to enjoy your coffee or your tea. Peace can mean being able to have that uninterrupted bath that you so desire. Peace could mean simply enjoying that home-cooked meal without having to rush. We are creating the space of getting out of the rat race and being able to live a life of ease. Not of perfection, because shit's still gonna happen, but of ease. Not where things just come super easily, right? But in the midst of a difficult time or situation, you still have peace. With ease. Peace is having a regulated nervous system. Peace is when you feel yourself starting to tremble, or you feel the tremors, and you are able to bring yourself back into your body. When you feel your adrenaline rush getting ready to go haywire, you're able to bring yourself back to your center. Peace can be sitting in reflection without going into depression. Whatever peace is for you, I trust that you were able to find it. And you don't find it outside of yourself. You find it within you because you create it. I trust that you were able to sleep better at night. I trust that you were able to sleep in just a little bit later. I trust that when you rise up, that you don't have to rush. You can take your time. My life became more peaceful when I took accountability of where I was and I created the choice. I decided to choose what it was that I desired instead of waiting on time to present itself. And I'm not saying that this life is perfect, right? But even in the midst of everything, I still have peace and clarity because I make the time to be still and to allow my mind to be idle. Sometimes the best solution, remember when we were younger? Sometimes the best solution was to take a nap. You got in trouble with your parents, make you take a nap, right? Sometimes we are continuously meeting confusion because we are not allowing ourselves to rest. How can you hear God speak when you focused on a million things? Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So if you focus on peace, here comes the clarity. That idle mind, that idle body is a blessing. You owe it to yourself, and you owe it to those who came before you who did not have a choice. You are their wildest dreams because you have the ability to see things from a different perspective. You're more free than they were. And not just speaking about the ones who were enslaved. You have to continue to do the work to release the chains. Make the choice to do something different, to create your heaven on earth. Allow yourself to be at peace with what is and what will be.